If I had known then what I know today, I might have seen the danger in my way. The red flags waving that I couldn't see.
I know that if I had the knowledge I have today, I might have been able to protect both myself and my oldest daughter. But I didn't know. I didn't understand. And I didn't see the red flags that were there. I realize this now when I look back and remember how it was. It's downright sickening to know today what I know, and for a long time I blamed myself for being so blind and unaware. But I also got reminded of a few days ago that at that time, I was incredibly vulnerable. I had just ended up in a wheelchair, had gone through almost a year of illness and surgery, and had nearly died, so seeing the red flags wasn't even on my radar. On the contrary, I was the absolute biggest object for a perpetrator to victimize. Additionally, during this period, I had endured severe narcissistic abuse attacks from my mother, the woman who gave birth to me, who should have been there for me when I was at my sickest time. Instead, she put my daughter under extreme pressure, and it was my stepfather who had to handle the situation. He did it gallantly, but he was just as exploited and mistreated by my mother as I was. My oldest daughter was so badly treated by my mother that seeing the red flags when I met my ex-husband simply didn't happen. But today I realize how much I've learned and how painful that lesson was, physically, psychologically, and emotionally. I also realize how much I've learned, for better or worse, but most of all, I realize how much I've lost. What hurts me most in this story are the people who came after. I returned to Gotland in 2022, especially one of them, how he could play games despite knowing in the background what I had been through. I may not have told him everything, but I told him a lot, and still, he played his games and hurt me even. More, a person I thought I could trust, be loyal to, and receive loyalty from in return. But I didn't see the red flags there either, and that I'm so angry at myself about. That hurts me so much. Through all this, I had lost everything, absolutely everything, and he, the one who said he would help me, he ghosted me when I came to Gotland. He promised me 5 times that he would help me, and he did what he had always done during the 13 years I've known him. He didn't care at all. Today, as I sit here going through all of this, having processed it and learning more and more, telling my story, I realize how important it is for us to know ourselves, to know our own hearts, but also that when we see other people, we can't take for granted who they are or what they are, because we all have our own history and destiny, and we don't know what that person feels, thinks, or how they're doing. I'm doing well today, still. Sad about things, still disappointed, and I'm still learning. I wonder how I'll ever learn to trust society again, to trust people again, but I'm doing okay. But there are 3 people out there, 4 people I should say if I count my oldest daughter today, whom I don't speak to at all since she became like her grandmother in her ways, and my 3 youngest are not doing well in the care there. And though they too have their own history they've been through for such a long time, I was ashamed that I couldn't defend them better than I did. But at the same time, I can't keep thinking that way because then I'll never be strong enough to give them what they need the day they turn 18. That's the only thing I'm working for now, to move forward and be able to give them what they deserve when they turn 18. And I can see them again if they choose to see me again. I hope I love them so much. I miss them so incredibly much. I love them more than anything else on this entire earth, more than I love myself, actually.
If I had known then what I know today, I might have seen the danger in my way. The red flags waving that I couldn't see, while blind and broken in my misery. Looking back now, it's sickening to find. For years I blamed my heart, my soul, my mind. Ended up in a wheelchair, broken down and weak. A year of pain had left me far too see. The perfect target, vulnerable and scarred, while mother's cruelty hit me twice as hard. My daughter pressured, but my stepfather stood tall. In the end we were victims, one and for all. The parody of life here is the sassy, naked truth. lessons written both in tears, pain and sorrow. But it hurts so much are those who came after that. In the year of 2022, back home to Godland again. The promised help that never did apart from 13 years of lies. But I had to survive, empty at hand, friends and all of that. Now I've learned who I truly am, proud as fuck I am. It took time, but here I am. Have learned not to take other people for granted. We all carry histories unknown, feelings hidden, paths walked alone. I wonder if I'll ever trust again. But for my children I must find my way to have strength again. The parody of life, here is the sassy, naked truth. Turn up the volume because now we are going on a ride. Life is a parody, but the laughter must be real. While blind and broken, but I love you, so stop pretending, start living the parody of life. It is all about friendship, love, truth and loyalty always. Working toward the day they turn 18, when I can show them what they mean to me. If they choose to see me once again, so I can hug them and tell I love you so, so much. I'll be waiting, arms open wide, here at this beast north side. I love them more than anything on this earth, and more than myself.